Hello everybody, welcome back to one of my lives. Thank you to everybody that's joined me so far. Got a few people in the chat, a few familiar faces. So let's say hello to everyone. If anyone could just let me know if the sound's okay, that would be good. I have Tara in the house. Looks like she was first. Thank you, Tara. We have John, we have Jonathan, we have Stephen, we have Becca, we have Scott, excuse me, we have Nigel, we have Russell. So thank you everyone for joining me. So 12 people in the room already, that's really good. So thank you everybody, I really appreciate it. But hopefully it sounds great. Excellent, that's great news. So yes, back to a mission. Oh, we have Chad in the house as well. Hello Chad, lovely to see you, thanks for joining. So we have a mystery guest coming on at 8 p.m. UK time, so in just under 30 minutes. You'll notice I haven't got my Craig lockdown haircut, love it. You'll notice that I've not got my co-host with me. Becca's taken a bit of a break. She's got a lot on her plate at the moment and she doesn't feel up to really doing this for the moment. So you are stuck with me. Hi, Brandon. So I hope everyone's okay with that and I don't bore you too much. So I thought I'd use it as an opportunity just to sort of say hello to a few people, share a drink with a few people and tell you a little bit about what I've maybe got in this week. But no, I really appreciate you joining. And then at well done, spoiler, I'm the mystery guest, Chad. Hilarious. So no, I'm looking forward to this evening's guest, trying to give it away. Hi Paul, thanks for joining. It's been a funny few weeks, so this is the first live that I've done since before New Year, my first Sunday live. I'm going to be trying to do this more regularly, so it will be every Sunday if I can do it, and depending on time, depending whether I'm working or not, will depend on the time. This time suits me really well because around 7:30, 8 o'clock, Becca, my wife, she'll take Phoebe up to stairs and get her bathed and ready for the next day, ready for a school week. So that is this is a great time because Becca she'll get Phoebe to sleep and have some time to herself and have a break. And then I will get to do this for an hour and a half and speak to you, horrible lot. So here I am. There's another idea I wanted to bat around, is that I quite like this time of an evening. So somewhere between 8 and 9 possibly, I'm thinking of doing a Wednesday night 1 hour live. And I've got a couple of ideas, but I'd like to get some ideas from you horrible lot again. So if you've got any ideas as to what I could do on a Wednesday night as a regular feature, as a 1 hour live, then please let me know. DM me, talk in the chat, I don't mind. And hopefully, well, I'll see if I can grab some ideas together and see what I can do. So it can be a regular feature, it could be a regular guest or a regular bunch of guests, but I've got about an hour and it can't really go over that. So fingers crossed, I get some great ideas, but we'll see. And then obviously being able to concentrate on my channel has been a bit difficult recently. I'm working full time. I'm only getting the Thursday off at the moment and then the Sundays off with the family. So it's quite difficult, but hey, we've all got challenges. Right, we have Barry in the house. Hello, Barry. Thanks for joining. What's going on in the chat? What are you lot up to? I hope everyone's good. I really do. So what is everybody's scent of the night? My scent of the night is Moolah Moolah. Stolen it off Bex for the night. Don't tell her. So that is my scent of the night and it smells absolutely gorgeous. It is a delicious fragrance. So that is my scent of the night. What's everyone wearing? What's everyone drinking? Armani coat, Angel Share, very nice. What a lovely evening to wear that, nice and cozy. Armani code, Absolute from Russell. Scent of the day, Boadicea the Victorious, very nice. And beer of the day, Dirty Bastard by Founders. We have scent of the day, Rosa Creation, very nice, Tara. There's some lovely fragrances going on this evening. I bet you lot are smelling awesome. Very, very nice. What else are we wearing? Great Sea by Perfume Parlour. What one's the Great Sea? What one's that? Oh, Barry, or should I guess that? Hello, Andreas. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. My scent of the evening is Cioletto Lindo. Very nice. And Durham, very nice, Paul. Also just water at the moment. So I've got my gin and tonic. So that is an orange gin, a Seville gin, orange gin. And I've got my bottle of water at the ready as well, because I get a bit dry-throated doing this. Colognes, I'm trying to like moustache. I'm wearing that for the last week. I've got that on the way. Very nice Scott. Scott's wearing Papillon Tobacco Rose. Megamare. Hi Taffy, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Thank you. So I've got a lovely, lovely bunch of people. I hope you've all had a great weekend. Right, so firstly, let's get talking about some normal features. What have I got in this week? Now, I'll be honest, I'm not showing off. I've got, hi Lizzie, thanks for joining. I've got lots of, sorry, Barry's put the PP version nice. What is it, Barry? Let me have a look. Apologies, I've missed that bit. I asked the question, I missed, oh, Megamare, there we go, sorry. Right, so yeah, I've got in a few things this week. I don't want to sort of, oh no, I've got lots in, blah, blah, blah. I have got loads and loads of Eastern, Middle Eastern fragrances in that I'd like to talk to you all about, but I want to save them for videos. I don't really want to ruin what I've got in here because there's another haul that I would like to do. So thanks for Barry for being a major influence in these videos, because I love watching his. I love watching what comes out of those boxes. It's a massive surprise, isn't it? And I love the way the bottles look. And because I'm not familiar with any of them, they are all a surprise. So when I order them as well, I've not smelt any of them. I might smell inspired buys or other things, but usually I don't know what I'm getting. So I can get an idea from notes. But as you'll know, Middle Eastern fragrances, sometimes they smell nothing like what the notes are. So it's a real treasure trove of stuff that you don't know what you're getting, which I love. Really nice surprise. Hello, Kev. Thanks for joining. Very nice of you to join. So, firstly, in this week, Barry does know that I've got this one, and I'll be talking about this on the channel, hopefully later in the week, and that is Milano Cento Him. Now, this is the EDP, so this is the newer formulation. So Milano Cento has been out for some time as an EDT. I believe last year, I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure last year, I think it's Dean from the brand, he launched the EDP version. Now, if no one's smelt this, this is a sort of classical fougere type fragrance, but it's got an incredible amount of very nice sweet notes in there, but it's not overly done. It still remains quite classic, but still very, very modern. Very well composed. The EDP, from what I've smelt so far, I went back to my sample. The EDP is, I think someone said that in the thing already, smoother. Sorry, excuse me. It's definitely smoother. It's definitely, it sits closer to the skin, I would say. It doesn't project as much, but it just feels a bit classier again than the EDT. So it's something that I've worn twice this week. I wore it once in the evening to bed, and I wore it once as my scent of the day, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. So it's a cracking bit of stuff. I couldn't tell you all the notes in it. It's got some citrus, I believe, smoked moss, but I don't want to spray it all over me because I've got Moolah Moolah on, smelling awesome. But yeah, it smells so clean. It is such a well done fragrance. So anyone that's into their citrus freshies, colognes, barbershop fougere, oriental fougères will love it. Very well done. And something, it's not, doesn't smell anything like it, but it's in the same sort of genre. And you'll see that I dropped a video on this today, and that is Lomond from Executive Shaving. Now, I know Barry did a review on this, and I went back and watched that today and thoroughly enjoyed that review, Barry, and spot on, I thought, with your description of it. But I didn't know when this brand reached out that Matt was the sort of nose behind this fragrance, and Matt helped compose this fragrance. So from Pocket Sensor, Matt Wilson. So absolute incredible bit of kit again. Now this, I would say, I'll put it out there, is one of the longest lasting citrus colognes, barbershop, oriental, sort of fougere, herbal fougere fragrances I think I've ever tried. It's so long lasting. Massive surprise at how good that actually is. I was expecting it to wear away a little bit, and you know what, it just didn't. And you can pick that up on their website for just £34. So that is incredible. Nigel, I think you'd love that, mate. £34, composed by Matt. And Matt told me they worked very hard to get this as to perform very well, and they've absolutely nailed it. So great fragrance. So there we go. So they are the fragrances. I've got a lot more in, but they're the fragrances I'd like to talk to you about. Anyone else got anything? Aromatic fougere, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Scott. Not that I've said it lots recently and know what it is, but it just got lost in my muddled brain. Has a lot of similarities to BDJ. Right, caught up with the chat, everything's good in there. Right, so let's go over what would be my Barry's beef of the week. So Barry's beef. Kev, I think you'd love Milano Santoni. It's not overly expensive. So Barry's beef, I would say, is not spending enough time with helping Becca at home with Phoebe. She's finding it quite stressful, being at home all the time. She's not used to it. She's used to working, being a working mum, and craves that adult banter interaction that we get at work, and she's just not getting that at the moment. So whenever she can escape to work, she really looks forward to it, but she's only at work for one day for 12 hours, a long shift, and she has to get so much done in that day. So you know what it's like when you're going into a busy day at work. It's you're not going to enjoy looking forward to going in as much when you know you're going in to do so much. Hello, hi Nick, thanks for joining, mate. So she's finding that tough. She's got that one day a week as an escape, but she's not really having to, she can't really interact with the people that she'd like to interact with because she's just so busy. And then when she's at home, the whole day of being mum, the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, I don't know how single parents do it. I don't know how parents that stay at home parents do it all the time. I know it's must be much easier when the kids are at school, but then when they're around and in your feet all the time, I don't know. And I don't know, Tara, how you're a teacher. Hats off to you, because I just don't think I could have the patience. But Phoebe's doing wonderfully well. She's been amazing, bless her, and that's made things a lot easier on us. But the Barry's beef is that I wish that I could be here to share that responsibility with Becca, and that she could get some time either to herself or to get out of the house a bit more. So that is my beef of the week. Right, on to my Becca's bonus. Can't leave these features out, can we? So Becca's bonus, it's my boner really, is I've had so many fragrances in recently. I've not done that for a long time. I've not treated myself to lots. I've had so much in. It's been like Christmas pretty much every day. It's been, for the last week at least, it's been amazing, and it's been so nice to discover some new things. And the thing of the Middle Eastern thing, to me personally, it's really given me a little bit of a new lease of life with doing this, because that surprise element of what you're getting, that blind buy itch that we all say we shouldn't do, but we all love doing. You're not spending loads and loads of money on it, so I'm not taking loads of money away from my family, and it's just given me a new lease of life, and I'm really looking forward to get to know those fragrances. I like all the unboxings and stuff, so that has been a boner. And the other boner I've got, I don't know if anyone's noticed, I haven't really published it anywhere, but I've been working extremely hard on Instagram this last year, and I managed to reach it was 1 week ago today, I reached 10k on Instagram. So that, for me personally, I'm quite proud of, because I've done it in the right way, and I've done it in a way that's grown properly and got people that are interested in the content. So I'm just so over the moon with that. So that's my massive boner of the week, is that 10k on Instagram is just it's mind-blowing to me how you can have that many followers and people that are interested in your content, because that is just crazy. And I'm not one to go shouting it about, but I'm amongst friends in this group. I just am super proud of that. It's massive. Who could have thought a year ago, by the way, so in the January of last year, I was on 1,000 followers, and in that 12 months I've managed to gain another 9,000 followers. So it's just crazy. So just absolutely mad. So we have the guest in the room already. So just joined in the green room in the background there. So hello, I hope you can hear me in the background. What we'll do is just got a couple of things to talk about, and we'll maybe bring the mystery guest in when he or she's ready. Right, so but thanks to everyone that's wishing me congratulations. I really appreciate that. Congrats, Tony. Well done, Tony. Well done, mate. Thank you, Becca. Thank you, Taffy. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I've kept it pretty sort of quiet. I didn't know if anyone had noticed, but yeah, it's a bit mad, I find. I just hit 3k. Well done, Barry. It's a massive achievement having that level of following, isn't it? It's mad, absolutely mad. So yes, just gonna have a little bit of a drink, and hopefully no hiccups tonight. Has everyone liked the new setup, by the way, that I've gone to massive effort to try and get the lighting right? I feel that it's nicer than it was at my dining table with the blank background. I quite like it here, quite like sat in here. But the only thing I would say is quite uncomfortable sitting forward all the time. So I'm having to prop some pillows up there. Do you want my B pillow? Look at that there. So yeah, I'm having to sort of get myself comfy like an old lady. That's great, Barry. Congrats, Barry. I keep the request to have no posts. That's good, Tony. Thanks, Tara. Appreciate that. Lovely antlers. Thank you very much. I can't take any credit with the decoration. That's all Rebecca. Becca does all that. I'm not sure she's going to be joining us this evening in the chat, or if it's a complete break that she's asked that she's doing. Right, so please do have a think about this Wednesday live that I'm going to be wanting to do, because I don't want to come on and talk about nothing, because I want to use it as an opportunity to do something and a regular feature. So if you've got any ideas or you'd like to be part of that regular feature, hit me up and we'll see what we can do. So I'm just going to see if the person in the background, male or female, can hear me okay? Can I have a thumbs up? Excellent. You can hear me okay? You can hear me okay? Excellent. That's great. Right, brilliant. So we'll go on in about what we'll leave it another 2-3 minutes. And oh no, Russell, I forgot. I completely forgot. Where's the retro Hummel top? Next time. I forgot all about that. My memory is terrible. Next time. You could do samples like I do sometimes on a Sunday. That would be a great idea, Tara. I enjoyed doing that. I nicked your idea with Hills, Hillary, and you. I love that when you do that. It's a really nice, natural way of doing a live, and really enjoyed my last live that I did with Hillary and with Chris. It was awesome. Hello, we have. Demi, did we say? Who's put hello, Demi? Spells. Oh, thank you very much, Kev. Kevin. Why did you have to break that news to me? Great. Right. So let's jump in to the live, I think. If we're ready behind the scenes there in the green room, excellent. We're ready to go. We'll get the mystery guest on now, I think, and get chatting. And I'm sure you're all dying to know who it is. So let's bring the mystery guest in. And hopefully the sound's okay. Fingers crossed. Keep them crossed for me, everyone. Hello, Ihab. How are you doing?
Hello. Good. Hi, guys. I'm not Sponge Ihab. I just barely woke up, and yeah, that's it.
So you are 8 hours behind me, we established, didn't we? So there for you.
It's barely 12 now, so I don't know. It's 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah, it's 8 hours, I think. It's 8
Is it
p.m.
8?
here
Where you
nearly.
at right now?
Yes, nearly 8 p.m. So you're 8 hours behind.
So it is 8 hours difference.
So yeah, thanks for really appreciate you agreeing to come on. Really been excited to talk to you. You don't know much about this live at all. You don't know what I do. You don't know any of the questions. So it's all going to be a bit of a surprise. So I'm just plugging my phone in.
To be honest.
So it's it'll be this will be good. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope you do. I've got some fun questions, and it'd be great to get to know you. Can you see? Okay. Have you got a second device there? Can you see any of the chat or not? You have.
I can't. No.
No. Okay. So
probably should bring my laptop.
It's okay.
Okay.
This is okay. I can read some of the comments. So what we'll do, the way it works is I'll give you some questions all throughout. We'll get to know each other, and then towards the end, I have some fun questions. Would you rather questions? The whole live, if it's okay with you, time wise, will be no more. It's about an hour, if that's okay with you. It could be shorter. Is that good? Excellent. And at the end, I'll ask some questions. I'll ask if anyone's got any questions in the chat. So there won't be much interaction going on with the chat. If I see something, I might stop and ask, but I usually leave that till the end. So what I'll do is I'll fire in some questions. So for anyone that doesn't know who Ihab is, Ihab, pretend this is a. Have you ever been on one of those training courses and you have that rather awkward moment where the trainer comes round to you in the group and says, right, introduce yourself, tell us about yourself. Now, I'll start with me so you know a little bit about me. So I'm Tony, and I've been doing my YouTube channel for just over a year now, and I've been on Instagram for a year and a half. And my job is a car salesman, so that's my everyday job. And I live at home. This is my house with my wife, Bex, who would usually do this with me, and my 3 children. So I've got 2 older boys and a younger girl. So that is my family setup and my home life. Introduce yourself. Tell us about you and your channel and yourself.
Hi, my name is Ihab. I'm originally from Morocco. I live in LA, Los Angeles for the past, 23 years or so. I've been doing this YouTube for fragrances for about like 7 years. now, I
7
believe.
years. Wow.
Yeah, seven, probably eight. I'm not sure. So
Wow.
7, 8 years. Yeah. And what else? Oh, yeah, I'm married. My wife, she's doing laundry right now. So if you hear any noises, it's coming from the laundry mat or laundry room right next door. So what else? And I have a cat and a dog, and they're outside because they're pretty noisy.
I'm the same. I've got two dogs that they both need a trim, and they both go across the wooden floor here, and they where they need their nails trimming. So I have to sort of shut the door. And they've got a couple of rooms at the back of me here where they can run free and not bother us. So yeah, I'm the same.
Mhm.
So excellent. Right now, what's your scent of the day, Ehab? What are you going to wear today? Have you made your mind up yet?
I haven't worn anything yet. I was gonna just try my some samples that I barely got from Precious Liquids. They just sent me
Okay.
some samples just to try their fragrances out. I haven't actually opened that package yet, so that was gonna be one of my scent of the days today, just to try it out. Yeah,
Excellent.
but on me, nothing so far.
Mate, I'm wearing this evening. It's this evening here for us. I'm wearing Mula Mula by Byron.
Mula
That's my
Mula.
scent.
Oh,
Mula Mula, yeah.
this one is great. Yeah.
It's lovely. Have you tried it? Yeah, it's good. Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for a living, Ehab? What's your job? What do you do
Oh,
as
I
your
totally forgot. I work for an architecture firm.
okay? So that's your day job. Excellent. And how
Hmm.
long would you say you've been? Because you've been your YouTube channel. You said 7, 8 years. When did you know that you would
Hmm.
first be? How did you know that when you were first into fragrance? What would you say was the first fragrance that you purchased? And tell us a little bit about how it all started.
Oh, these are two different questions. So the first
Yes,
question is, when did you know that you're into fragrances? That's a totally different question. And the second question, what was your first fragrance purchase?
you got
So
it.
let's just start with my first fragrance purchase because that was before I was into fragrances. Um, that was Hugo Boss. Well, let me just explain. I remember when I was a teenager, my mom brought me to the US for the first time. Okay. I remember I was probably like, what, 16, 17 at a time. And she, at a time, was like Hugo Boss, you know, that red, no, that green cap, Hugo Boss. I forgot, Hugo Boss for him or something. I'm
Yeah,
not
I know the
sure. I
one you.
forgot.
Yes, I
It's
know
got
the
a
one you
red
mean.
cap.
It's got a red cap. It's got
It's got
like
a
the
green cap. No, no, not
yes,
a green cap, not a red cap. Anyway,
yes.
that was big at the time in Casablanca, Morocco. So, but it was way too expensive for me. It was like I don't know. At the time, it was like $50. I'm talking about the 90s. I was 16. I can't afford $50 just to pay on a fragrance. But when I came to the US, that's a true story. Within the first week that I was here, my mom took me to the mall, and told me she gave me a gift card. She told me get whatever you want. I was like, oh, I've seen that bottle. That was I used to go to the fragrance shop at a time in Morocco, in Casablanca, at the mall at a time, just to kind of like spray a little bit on me from that fragrance just before I go see the girls that I was interested in at a time when I was 16. So when I came to the US, within a week, boom, I got that bottle. And I was cherishing that bottle. Was Hugo Boss for him, I believe. It's a green cap. I
I
need
know the one.
to repurchase that bottle for nostalgical reasons,
Reasons. Yeah,
actually. And
the Europe.
when I did get into fragrances, that's a totally different story. That was like about 9 years ago when I went to Morocco for a vacation, right? I just don't go there often. So when I went there for a vacation, I had a friend of mine came to my house and he was wearing an oud fragrance. I didn't know at the time what oud is, you know? And he told me in Arabic, this is oud fragrance. And I was like, okay, this is very strong. I like it. And that fragrance, that scent lasted at my house for like a week or so. I don't know
Wow.
what oud fragrance that was at a time. So one drunken night when I came back here to the US in the middle of the night, and I'm a Google freak. I love to Google everything. I was so drunk. I was like, hey, you know what? I should get myself one of those oud fragrances. I didn't even know what oud at the time. He told me oud in Arabic, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know what oud means in English because I don't know if there's anything equivalent to that. So I was just trying to set woody fragrances, oud fragrance. Anyway, then Mark Rosa came out on YouTube reviewing fragrances, him and a couple of other guys. That was at a time was only Mark and I forget that, another one, like a 2 or 3 guys at the most. Then I was like, because I am a Google freak, I just started watching every single video of them at the time. Wasn't that many videos, to be honest. And I just wanted to get the perfect fragrance, the best fragrance ever. You know, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people ask you, what is the best fragrance ever? Like
Yeah.
every day I get asked that question at least like 20 times. And
Yeah.
that was me 9 years ago. I just wanted to get the best fragrance ever. So I remember after like watching multiple reviews, I got from Fragrance Net. I remember Chergui Vintage, which I still own, and I got Pure Malt
Oh,
uh,
lovely.
Vintage as well. I got
Yeah.
Pure Malt for $50. I got Chergui for $50. I spent $100. I remember, and that was the best $100 I ever spent.
So that started you on this journey
Yeah.
of fragrance then, and two great fragrances to start that
Mm-hmm.
journey on. I've got Pure Malt. I've tried Chergui, which Chergui I really like. For me, I'll probably need to go back to it because when I very first tried it, it was quite early into this journey, and I found it a little bit strong for my taste at that time. I probably like it a lot more now. It's
I
strange,
hate
isn't
it when I first smelled it. When I first smelled it, honestly,
it?
with all honesty here, when I first smelled Chergui, I
Yeah.
hated it. I
Really?
totally hated it. I was like, "What the hell is that?" It smelled like an old lady to me. It like seriously, it smelled like an old lady to me. I'm talking 9 years ago, and
Yeah.
I'm always like I was like, "What those guys or those reviewers at the times?" Rosa Wade was one of them. Well, what are they talking about? This freaking sucks. First, I loved Pure Malt because it was totally different. I haven't smelled anything like it
Yeah.
before. But Cherokee, I hated it at first, but it grew on me now. It's one of my favorite fragrances, especially when it
Yeah.
dries down. It's beautiful.
I do love Pure
Hmm.
Malt. Do you find I love Pure Malt because of that? The way it opens is nice and strong and boozy, and then it settles into a sort of
Mm.
typical designer fragrance, really. But that opening is just, I love it. Absolutely, I can't get enough of it. It's lovely stuff. So there we go. So a question I
Absolutely.
usually, the question I usually start on Ahab is this going to be a strange one. You're going to look at me and go, "What are you talking about?" Is does pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, it's like a ham and pineapple. I no. It's just a little weird to me.
End string.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
sure you can
I'd
stand.
eat it. I'd eat it if I'm drunk and I'm hungry if I got nothing else to eat. But it's just kind of like something I would crave. Probably not. No.
Right.
You
Okay.
so you that means you love pineapple in
Yeah,
pizza.
I do. It's the first question I ask every single guest, and
Hmm.
depending on how you answer that is how we get on from then on. I am joking, of course. So
I'd
right.
switch the
So,
pineapple for jalapeno though.
oh, lovely. Very nice.
Yeah.
I like jalapenos. Love jalapenos. They can be too spicy for me, but do love them.
Mm.
Right. So lockdown. So has it affected work or anything? Your lockdown?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Apologies,
yeah. It
dogs in the
did.
background.
It's okay. Yeah, it did. Absolutely. Unfortunately, it affected everybody. It affected me personally as well, work-wise, everything-wise. I just like you look at me. It's a weekend and I am home waking at 12 p.m.
Yeah.
just because I got nothing else to do and barely watch Netflix and chill all day, which is a great
Really.
thing. I don't mind.
So,
Mhm.
so from that, what would you say a positive of your lockdown experience has been? Would that be just Netflix, or is there something else that you've got from having that extra time at home?
Oh, well, with all honesty here. I'm a bit way too lazy. So I just like, for me personally, I'm more of a, it's just like, I don't mind being home, right? Uh, I don't mind routine. That could be a little weird for a lot of you guys out there, but I personally don't mind routine. Well, at least it just makes me comfortable. Doesn't make me worried of what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. I know what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow exactly. So I was okay with the lockdown kind of thing. The fun part is where I live. There's a lot of parks around me, like everywhere. There's a lot of parks. So I usually like take long walks, like twice a day with my dog. So this is the fun part when it comes to this lockdown. To be honest, besides that, no, nothing really.
No, have you had any negatives from it at all? Has it affected you in any way?
Uh, it affected me social wise. I don't get to see my friends as
Mm.
much anymore. It affected me just to go see travel. I haven't actually traveled at all this year. It affected me when it comes to just to go out and see different people. I just need to see people just to kind of like feel like I'm not alone. So
Yeah.
now my circle of people is very limited. So
Yeah.
I hate that about the pandemic, to be honest.
Yeah, I get that totally. I really do. Would you say you have any other hobbies outside of sort of the fragrance world?
Oh, soccer all the way. Soccer, dude.
Really? Have you got a favourite team that
Yeah,
you
soccer.
support? Favourites?
This year Chelsea because Hakim Ziyech plays there. Yeah, he didn't play today. I was watching a little bit earlier. They won, Burnley.
Well, apparently, just as we went live, I got just before I brought you on. I support Tottenham Hotspur Spurs, and I got told just before you came on that they were 1-0 down. So that wasn't good news. So
They
they're
lost. They lost.
they're
Tottenham.
they're losing at the moment 1-0. So we'll see how it goes. What would you say? What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
What
believe
was
they
the?
lost. I believe the game is over. I think they lost already.
I think it went live
I'm
about
not
half an
sure.
hour
I'm not
ago. Yeah,
sure
it
though.
started at 7:45. So for here,
Oh, okay.
yeah, might be half
All right.
time. So what would you? What's the last fragrance that you've acquired into your collection?
The last fragrance I acquired into my collection. That's a good. Oh yeah, it's Guerlain Louis, which I don't know where it is
He's
right
now got a
now.
hitch.
Uh, okay, I don't know where it is. It's a mess here. It's Guerlain Louis. Uh,
Okay.
I've smelled that fragrance with my fragrance buddies long time years back when it first came out, and it was okay for me. I was like, okay, leather and vanilla. I haven't actually smelled it on my skin. I smelled it on other people's skin when they spread it on. It was okay, nothing groundbreaking. I found it at a great deal. I got myself a bottle, and after me personally wearing it for a day, I just fell in love. This could be one of my best purchases this year so far. Guerlain Louis, great purchase. Not for
Excellent.
everybody though.
I keep seeing. Is it a black bottle? I keep seeing it pop up on Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, good stuff. I love the presentation of it. It looks fantastic. I've not tried it yet.
It
Right.
is. It is.
What is your favourite flavour ice cream?
Oh, I'm not so into ice cream, but the other day, I'm just trying to charge my phone here because I am a mess, guys. Don't mind me. And my favorite ice cream is okay. Is it? Can you guys see me now? That whole thing fell off. Okay, but
We
now
can
it's
see it.
good. My favorite ice cream is Ben and Jerry Netflix and Chill.
Very
I've
nice.
tried that the other day accidentally, and I was like, that ice cream. Seriously, that was my impressions and expressions when I was eating that ice cream at 2 a.m. in the morning. I was like eating that ice cream like this. I was like, that ice cream's so good, made me believe in God again. So that's what happened with Ben
Can
and
you
Jerry.
Can you eat the whole tub?
No, you know what
In one
happened to
go?
me?
Yeah.
I bought myself a pint. You know what a pint is,
Ah,
right?
okay. Yep.
So I ate half a pint, and I was
Yep.
like, now I'm getting fat, but I don't care. I'm happy.
We get
That was
we don't get the pint ones. We get the half pint ones, the smaller ones here. And I can
yeah.
quite easily go through. I do feel a bit ill afterwards, but I can get through half a pint of. It's very good, isn't it? I like the one that's
Mm-hmm.
got the. It's called Core, Core, and it's got the caramel or chocolate going through the middle of the ice cream. That is very nice as well. I don't know if you've tried that one. It's very tasty. Right, let's move on to some fragrance-related questions. If you could choose a celebrity to come onto the channel, what celebrity would you pick?
That's a good question. I probably select a hot chick just to get my views up, to be honest. So probably like what? Just I'm thinking of like a hot celebrity chick, and I'm having a blank in my head. What's
It
going on?
happens. Yeah.
I don't know. Jennifer Lopez, I guess. Oh, Jennifer Lopez
Wow.
is hot. So yeah,
Have you seen the film?
I know that she wears Malta. What film? There's a film.
The one where she's a stripper. I can't remember what it's called.
No, I need to watch that.
You do. If you like
I
Jennifer
know that
Lopez,
I
you
need to
need to watch
watch
it.
that.
I cannot believe
Not
her
right
age.
after this. Right after this live, I'm just gonna start googling Jennifer Lopez film stripper. Jennifer Lopez. I just need to watch that now. Okay.
Yeah. Can you believe her age? She's like 50 years old. She's incredible for her age.
I don't
Incredible.
care.
Hustlers. There we go. That's the name of the film. Hustlers. Thank you, D'Angelo.
Hustlers.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So, name me 3 fragrance reviewers that you still watch today.
Oh, okay. I love watching Jen Sense. I think he's one of the best ones. Seriously, like he's good. Who else? Who else that I really do like to watch? There's a lot of them. I love what's his name? He's from England as well. He hangs out with Jeremy Fragrance, Apprentice. He's very well
Fragment.
spoken. I like to watch
Okay.
this guy. I don't agree with him most of the time, but I just like to watch him for fun. I like to watch Cuba. He's fun too.
He is
I just
very
like
fun.
to watch Cuba just for fun for fun purposes. He's very entertaining. Those 3 I like to watch.
Excellent. Right, if you could, this is an interesting question. I should have got you to prepare for this one, really. But if you could put 2 of your favourite fragrance reviewers together to morph into one person to make the perfect fragrance reviewer, who would you pick?
Mm-hmm.
And why?
Okay. That's a good question, and I need to think about it a little bit just to. Well, I like Jen Sense just of how straight to the point and how bold he is when it comes to reviews. He doesn't give a shit. I like that about him. That's one thing. I like how funny, entertaining Cuba is, and how short his videos are as well. So I admire Cuba with the Jen Sense, and when it comes, let's just choose one that really got the special effects, and he really edited videos well. I like what's his name, Fragmental too. I'll choose.
Yeah.
I'll combine Fragmental with them too because he really does edit his videos well. So those 3 will do a good match.
The 2 I would pick, I've been thinking about this, so I've had more time than you, but Fragmental is one of them, and that is for his cinematics, his editing. He's one of the best out there in the fragrance community at what he does.
Absolutely, yeah.
His visuals that he puts on is just always slick and classy. I would pair that with, I'm not sure if you've watched her channel, but she's over here in the UK, but I would pair him with Smurfy Girly, our Claire.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I know her. I know her. Uh-huh.
I just find Claire hilarious, but not only is she hilarious, she doesn't mean to be hilarious sometimes, she just is. But I just laugh at
Hmm.
her the whole time. Even when she's trying not to be funny, I still laugh. But the other thing I love about Claire is her knowledge and her nose of fragrance is second to none. And I think you pair those two, the fun part, the cinematics, the things that make me laugh all the time, which is what I like the most. I think those two will be incredible paired together as one person. So, and a male and a female too. So
Absolutely.
excellent. Right. So, what would you say, just to get to know a bit more about you and your taste? I don't usually like asking the question, "What's your favourite fragrance?" We get asked that as reviewers by muggles, as we would call them, quite often. But what
Yeah.
would you say is your? I won't say one, but name me two fragrance notes that you really like.
Oh, okay. I love benzoin, which is kind of like a spicy vanilla. In a way, I love benzoin. I think benzoin is great in fragrances. What else do I love in fragrances? Benzoin is one of them. I love plum. Plum because it's
Mm,
fruity, but it's not too sweet, and it's got that distinctive smell to it that is very
yeah.
pleasing to me. So plum and benzoin, I would say.
Excellent. Plum, I get completely. One of my favourite fragrances of all time is Plum Japonais from Tom
Hmm.
Ford. I just absolutely love that fragrance. The spices and the plum, just beautiful. And another one I've picked up recently is from Alexandria Fragrances, if you like plum, and it is their interpretation of Bond Number 9, Andy Warhol. I've never tried the original. You've been into this a lot longer than me, so you may have tried that, but I haven't.
Oh, that's
Um,
beautiful. Yeah.
and that the plum in that and the fruits in that is just to die for. So that is another one with plum in that I love. So yeah, and benzoin I get completely because I love vanilla and spices and stuff. So I'm sure when I see things with benzoin, vanilla, plum, I'm with you. Pricks my ears out. I'm just like, oh, what's that? And have to find out a bit more about it. Right. So
Absolutely.
this is a question I asked. We're flying through these questions, by the way, but would do you think, forget what other reviewers have done in terms of releasing fragrances, that isn't the question. But if you had an opportunity to do one of two things, and you've got to ideally pick one of them, so a big fragrance house that you respect and you like ask you if you would like to do a collaborative fragrance with them, where you have a lot of say in what the fragrance will be like. For example, Demi with her fragrance that she just released, or
With fragrance duo. Yeah.
you get the opportunity to have your own fragrance house yourself. What do you think you prefer to do?
Well, uh, just to collaborate with a big already existing house, I feel like it's much easier
Yeah,
than actually getting your own fragrance brand all together on your own. So as a startup, for example, I would say probably I'd like to collaborate first, just to get the experience and the knowledge that I'm really seeking first from that brand until I established myself well enough just to get my own brand afterwards. That's how I would possibly do it. But
yeah,
props to Steven, for example, or Dan as well, for establishing their own companies and brands, and that's a huge step for them. And I congratulate them from here.
yeah. And would that be
It's not easy, I know for a fact.
yeah? And would it be something you're interested in at all, Ehab? Would you be interested in doing either of those things? Do you think if the opportunity came along?
Ab- Absolutely. The thing is, I don't want just to create another fragrance. I just want to create my fragrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
for you.
I just want to make something. Probably could be like one fragrance, but that one fragrance, it's me, you
Yeah,
know? and
I
and
get that.
people that have my taste would like that. I know this is not good when it comes to selling wise, marketing wise, it's not the bestest idea, but that's how I feel about making my own fragrance. I just
Yeah.
want this fragrance just to resemble me, just something that I really, really like.
Yeah, I get that. There's a couple of people that have done that. I think Dan, Mr. Smelly, has done that. You mentioned him with his
He
fragrance.
did that, and his
That
fragrance
represents
is
him.
beautiful. I
It
love it.
is, and it's not.
Hmm.
His fragrance has. He's not rushing lots of fragrances to market. He will bring probably one maybe out a year. So he's not going to bring out lots and flood the market with lots of different things. And I think that's maybe a good way to go, is to establish yourself as a brand with a fragrance that's very you.
To concentrate on one fragrance at a time,
Yeah,
which is a great idea. Yeah.
yeah. So I think he'll do very well. So yeah, that's a
Mm.
great answer. Really enjoyed that. Thank you. Right. So on to some more questions. Right. So you mentioned Netflix, and what are you watching at the moment? Is there
Oh,
a show you're
the thing
watching?
is, I mentioned Netflix. Honestly, I haven't watched Netflix in, I don't know, in quite a while. I'm watching right now. Uh, it's an old show called Stargate Atlantis.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I'm watching that on Hulu. So every night I look forward for everybody to be asleep at my household, just to
Yeah.
turn on my TV with my earpiece and just watch
Yeah.
like 3 4 episodes of Stargates and then go to sleep. That's what I do
I'm
every night, pretty much.
I'm smiling and nodding at you. Now, I wanted to have a conversation with another human being about this that gets it, right? So, I'm very busy at work at the moment. I come home, I'm busy with the family, and I get to around 10 o'clock, and my wife will usually go to sleep, and we're in bed. And then after then, that is my time, phone in front of me, headphones in like you, and then I'll get to put a show on
Hmm.
and watch something that I'm enjoying. And if I don't get that time, then I'm really disappointed. That is like my time to me. When everyone's asleep, when you don't feel guilty about taking time away from other people, that's my time. And I end up staying up far too late
Same here.
and do myself a mischief, because in the morning I've not had enough sleep because I crave that time too much to myself. So yeah, do you feel the same?
That's the best time for me personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that when you're finally in bed, you're finally relaxed, and then you're like, right, okay, this is now time. And I've got Disney Plus.
I had
Pri-
I had I had to make myself go to sleep early last night. I had
Okay.
myself to get me sleep early last night, just because of this live, and I was watching Stargate till like 2 a.m. I
Oh,
would have probably added like another hour or two or so, but I just had to sleep a little early just to make it before midday.
yeah, I get that completely. I stay out far
Mm.
too late. That's me. And then I found this morning, the Sunday morning is the only morning I don't really have to get up out of bed. And this morning I was up. I think I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep at around 6 a.m. Now, when my
Hmm.
alarm goes off in the week at 6:30, I do not want to get up. So why am I waking up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday? That's ridiculous.
You have to walk your dog, no? You said you have a dog. I've heard your dog.
Yeah, I have to let them out in the morning, and then usually we go for a walk afterwards.
Uh,
But yeah, I do have to get up and let them out usually.
Let me just charge my phone a little bit
No
because my
problem.
phone is dying for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm a
Excellent.
mess,
Right, on to
guys.
the next.
I'm always been known to be a mess.
On to the next question then. So, right, so you mentioned about missing travelling. So that was one of my questions actually. So, a magic plane is going to come and pick you up right now, and it's going to take you to a holiday destination of your choice. Where are you going to
Oh,
pick to go?
that's a good question. That's a good question. The fact that, hey, listen, the fact that it's a magical plane, I can go anywhere I want to. I probably go somewhere far, that I wouldn't go on my own like that easy, which is probably I would say New Zealand or Australia. That sounds like
Wow.
way too far. So when I see that area right there, probably.
Good choice. Excellent.
Hmm.
And where was the last place you went on a holiday you had? What was the last holiday abroad you had?
Last place, well, I went like a couple of months, no, not last month. I went just to the mountains here, like in LA, just because we wanted just to see the snow for a couple of days. That's the last vacation I've been to, which is like a month ago or so for a couple of days. But last um, real vacation, I would say probably New York. New York for I tend to forget things probably for Cent Explore last
Okay, yes.
year,
Yeah.
or maybe I went to New York again one time after that. I'm not sure if Cent Explore was the last time that I've been to New York, or maybe I went there one more time. I'm not sure to
Okay.
be honest. I forget things like that, but I'm pretty sure it was New York.
Excellent. Right.
Hmm.
Would you say you have a favorite type of fragrance video that you either like to, firstly, that you like to watch, and then secondly, that you like to make? So I'll give you some examples. So for me personally, for me watching, I really like to watch fragrance hauls where people are picking things out of the boxes where you don't know what's in there. They open them on camera, they sniff them for the first
Yeah.
time. That is my favourite to watch. My favourite to make would probably be, um, I would say, something a little bit more outdoor videos, something a little bit more creative was my favourite I'd like to create. When it's cold at the moment, it's very difficult to do, but that is my favourite to make. Favourite to watch, like I said, is the hauls. What would you say yours are?
The fact that you mentioned holes, I was like, oh, I want to watch that now. You just made me like crave watching whole videos. I love watching whole videos because I'm just nosy. I love to watch what people are getting. So
Yeah,
it's fun, and especially unboxing and when you tear that like cellophane
yeah,
paper and that, I just open those boxes for the first time, you know. Yeah, this is something fun for me to watch personally because it's not heavy, you know. It's something light and likable. I like to watch collection videos as well, just because I am again nosy. I would love to know what every person having in his collection. I feel
yeah.
like this is fun. For me personally, videos that I need to make, or like really need to make, is to actually invite people over to my channel to kind of like chat about videos, fragrances and stuff. I think this is fun. Um, I'm thinking probably in the future when this lockdown is over, I would probably like invite people that are into fragrances into my like videos, and maybe like do like what do you call, like when you eat and talk fragrances, mukbang. How do you call it? Mukbang, right?
I'm not sure the name of that.
Mukbang videos.
We'd just be sort of collaborations with someone, but
Because
we just,
because he- here's the thing, because like I love to watch not fragrance related because it doesn't exist when it comes to fragrances, but on other channels on YouTube, people when they actually eat and talk at the same time, food makes you talk, it makes you relaxed in a way.
yeah,
So that conversation between me and you while we're eating,
yeah.
it's relaxing, and I find it to be very relaxing to us first of all, and to people that watching us. So I just would love to do that when it comes to fragrances. Just kind of like buy or get some, or I cook. So probably I'll cook some Moroccan food or whatever the case may be, and just invite some fragrance folks and just start talking fragrances while we're eating. So that's
Sounds amazing.
something yeah,
Sounds amazing. I'm inviting myself. Are
absolutely.
are you a big? Would you say you're a big foodie then? You say you like to cook. Are you
Oh, I
massively?
love to food. I love
Yeah.
to food. I love food. I love eating. I love food. Yeah.
Those that know me very well know that I'm massively into food as well. Anything food, I love. I should start a food Instagram page because I probably post more photos of food than I do photos. I just love anything to do with food. I should be 20 stone. That's how big I should be. Luckily, I exercise a little bit. I'm trying again now. I'm going back into a bit of exercise. So I'm having to watch what I'm eating this last 2 weeks, and it's been horrible. Apart from
as long as you're happy, right?
Exactly that. Exactly. Right. So
Yeah.
this is actually this is next on to food. What would you now? Anyone that knows me again knows that I love cake. Love cake.
Oh, okay.
What would you say your favorite cake is? What do you enjoy the most?
Well, I had okay, I'm gonna tell you my favorite cakes because I have two actually, and from where, just in case if it's my birthday, you just can buy me some. um, First of all, I don't know if that place exists anywhere else in the world, but there's like that place called Sweet Lady Jane's next to me. And she has the best cakes like ever. She's popular here in West Hollywood. My favorite cakes from Sweet Lady Jane's is raspberry chocolate, which is oh my god, so good. She's got like a really thick, like chocolate on top, and you have to really crack it. And the inside, it's all like fudge chocolate with raspberry.
That
So
sounds
the best
amazing.
cake like ever. It's so orgasmic. Like I jizzed in my pants like a couple of times last time I had that cake. That's how good it is. It's better than sex in my honest opinion. The second cake from that place is I don't know what do you call it, but it's kind of like it's like it's white. It's kind of like frosted white, and it's not sweet at all, and it's got a lot of fruits in it. I don't know how do you call that cake, but it's so good. I think I have
Oh
some
wow.
in the fridge as a matter of fact. Yeah, I
Oh,
love cake too. Those
well,
two kinds are my favorites.
I haven't had cake for 2 weeks apart from today, and the cake I had today was hot chocolate fudge
Oh
cake,
my God, that's
but
oh
with
okay.
some, and it
Can
made
I
me
get
think
can
of
I,
it
can I
when,
get some?
yeah, definitely, I'll send it your way. I've still got a little bit left. Uh,
Okay.
and I had that with, and this is reminding me of what you just said there. I had that with some raspberry sorbet. So hot cake with raspberry sorbet. That was good. It was
That
really good.
dude, I want some right now. I'm having a little bit of carrot cake as my breakfast with coffee in
Oh,
front of me, and I really need that now. I
eat
really
away.
need that now.
Fantastic. We've got dessert restaurants over here. There's one we've got fairly locally to where I live called Casper's, and what they do is they
Mm,
have like hot chocolate. They have like waffles, big waffles, or hot cookie dough, or they have pancakes. They have
mm,
usually it consists of one of those items, and then you choose your ice creams and your toppings to
mm.
go on top of those. Oh, all our restaurants are shut at the moment, so I haven't been for months. But it's an amazing experience.
Cakes are fun. Cakes, I support cakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I'm a big supporter of cake.
Mm,
So my ideal day out would be. So I'm going to ask you a similar question. My ideal day out would be because I'm a bit of a girl. I'd like to go shopping into the shops, and I love clothes shopping. And
mm-hmm.
I would stop for coffee. I would stop for some food, and I would also it's very food and drink related. I would stop for maybe that dessert restaurant, and at the end of the day, maybe a nice cold pint of lager on the way home or something. So that is my ideal day. What would you say? Firstly, your ideal day would be, and secondly, your ideal night out or night in. What would you say those are? Sorry, that's double question, but
It's okay. That's okay. That's a very good question. When it comes to shopping, Seriously, maybe a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm really shy to go shopping on my own. I feel nervous.
Really?
Seriously, so I need company. I need like somebody to be with me. If nobody is with me, I need to like kind of like FaceTime somebody just to actually feel accompanied by somebody else. This is how I feel. I just can't do it on my own. I feel nervous just walking on my own, and I feel
I'll
like
come
people are
shopping with
watching
you.
me. I'm pretty sure nobody's watching me. Yeah, come on, guys, come on.
I'm
Yeah,
coming.
but I love shopping. I do most of my shopping online for some reason. I just know my size, I know my brands, I know everything, and it works out perfectly. My ideal like go like fun day, I would say probably don't. Well, I'm a very active person. I love to be active. So I would probably make an exception that day and wake up a little earlier and just go hiking because we have a lot of hiking trails here in LA and mountains.
Excellent.
We have a place called Runyon Canyon. It's not that far from me at all. That Runyon Canyon, I love to go. I haven't been there in a while, to be honest. I'm lazy, but we're talking hypothetical, okay? I like to watch. I like to go to Runyon Canyon because a lot of pretty people goes there. A lot of celebrities goes there. So I'm say I'm not lying. I love to. I'm nosy. I like to see who's there and who's not there. So first of all, I like to be surrounded with pretty people. I know superficial, but I don't care. So I like to go there hiking, doing my exercise, watching pretty people around me. Just finish that. Just go have some lunch, probably some urban ramen. It's close by. Really good, by the way. I'm telling you
Lovely.
specifics. Come back home. One time, true story. Do you know what's his name? The goat. Do you know about American football?
Yeah, a little bit. Not. I'm not a massive American football fan. I know a little bit.
You know that goat. I totally forgot because I'm not really into American football that much. You know that goat. You know the greatest player of all time. What's his name? The quarterback for that team that he just went to the Super Bowl. They're gonna be playing next week.
We'll
I
get
totally
someone in
forgot
the
what's his
comments to
name.
hopefully
Anyway,
write it
one
in.
time that guy, true story. A few years back, I was hiking Runyon Canyon, right? And I didn't have a proper shoes, and I was like taking that really steep thingy, and I was kind of like falling. That person that really is a big hot football player that ladies and everybody loves him. I didn't even know who he was at the time. He was actually struggling with just going up the mountain himself. So he just took aside and he saw me like falling. He grabbed my hand and he saved me. I didn't know who he was. I was like, thank you, thank you. I just went back home that day. True story. Uh, I went to take a shower. My wife at the time, she was playing SNL. You know SNL, Saturday Night Live. He was the host of Saturday Night Live that day, like the day before. That was Sunday. So we were watching Saturday Night Live in the morning, and I came out of the shower and I've seen that guy. I was like, "Hey, that's the dude. He just saved me." I was like, "Yeah." So every time I tell my friends that story, nobody believes me. It's a true story, 110%.
Is it
It's
Tom
like
Brady?
imagine it, Tom Brady. Yeah, that's Tom Brady. He saved my life, and I didn't even know who he was. That I'm talking 7 years ago or so.
Wow. Have you bumped into
But let's just get back to the.
so on these trails and stuff? Have you bumped into many people or famous people?
Oh, I used to before my current job in an architecture firm 5 years ago. I used to work at a club, the biggest club here in LA. When it calls Hyde on Sunset, if people knows it on West Hollywood, I used to work there for many years. And my clients at a time, and I used to do like videos like on YouTube, but I was like, if I and I knew them, Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio, all those famous
Wow.
people were my clients at a time. I used to hang out with them all the time. But like as my job policy, you can take pictures of them. You can't take pictures with them. You can't take videos with them. It's
Oh,
illegal. If you do any of that, you'll get fired. And I was like,
dear.
oh my God. And I used to like smell. all those fragrances they have on, and it's like, oh, every time I ask him, what do you have? What do you have on? What do you like? In my very first videos, I used to like say that Justin Bieber wears this, Leonardo DiCaprio wears this wears that, because I used to see them, hang out with them, and I smell those fragrances on them, and I was
Oh,
barely
wow.
started my journey, so it was very exciting at a time. Yeah.
What a story. So back to the other question. So your ideal day out was we do something active, maybe go out and do some hiking. What was your ideal night in or night out?
Oh, I'm a total show off, baby. Trust me.
So night
Here's
out
the
then.
thing. Here's the thing. I truly love uh, to really dress up well. You know what? Feel better about myself, having the best fragrances, strongest fragrances, the most obnoxious fragrances on, and just go out and just see people. I like to be surrounded with, I'm telling you, I'm very superficial. I like to be surrounded with pretty people. So the fact that I'm at a bar or a restaurant hanging out with my friends, just having sipping a couple of drinks or so, but I am surrounded with all those people actually dressing up just to go out and feeling that vibe, it
Yeah.
makes me happy.
Ah, good. So you
It
missed
makes
that.
me
So,
happy just to see people. Oh, I
oh,
missed that big time. Yeah.
yeah, excellent. Right. So this is a question I ask everywhere. I've got a couple of questions left, then we'll move over to some would you rather's. But one of the questions I have is that I'm a thief. I'm breaking into your home and
Okay.
I'm going to steal all of your fragrance collection. But I'm going to leave you with 3
Hmm.
fragrances to keep. What 3 would you keep?
I I only
I'm
3?
not, yeah,
That's a
I'm not a
good
horrible thief, so I'm
question.
going to leave you 3.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I need to be, in that case, I need to be very practical because only 3 fragrances. So it's not that I have to like keep the best fragrances, best smelling fragrances. I need to be practical to actually have like a daytime fragrance. Probably I would I would pick Aventus because it's very, very extremely versatile. I know people like that, and people actually respect you when they smell Aventus on you because they know how expensive it is here in
Yeah,
LA at least. I would
yeah,
keep Aventus. I would probably, oh my God, 3, it's way too low. One of my favorite fragrances that did very well for me as well, I would say Tuscan Leather. Tuscan Leather did very well for me in the past. Uh, and I would pick Santal 33 by Le Labo, just because Santal 33 here, and I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but I'm saying Santal 33, it's kind of like very in for years now. A lot of celebrities they used to wear
really.
it. I used to smell it on a lot of celebrities, and
Okay.
people actually recognize it here as a very expensive fragrance. So people, it's Santal 33 here is kind of like Dior Sauvage everywhere else. People,
Yeah.
they know how Dior Sauvage smells like, and they tell you, hey, you have Dior Sauvage on here in LA. So when you go out, people know and recognize Santal 33. I was like, you have that fragrance on, they respect you for it. So I'll keep Santal 33, Tuscan Leather, and Aventus.
Very practical. I find it really interesting how people answer that because the reason I don't give you much time to think about it is because it's nice to get that straight from there, straight from your brain. What am I going to keep? And some of the way that people answer them is that, right, I need to pick something that I can't replace again. So they might pick their fragrances that are discontinued, or they might pick a fragrance that they just love, for example. But you've answered it in a very practical way, which I enjoyed. So it's just interesting how people answer that question.
Thank you.
Right. So what would you say your hopes and dreams are for the channel? Are you happy where you're at? Or is there more that you want from your channel or your Instagram? Have you got any goals for this year, for example?
I'm trying to work on myself, on work on my channel, because for the longest time, I was never being a pro for my channel. I just talk the way I talk. This is my me personally, you know, I'm not making this personality up or anything. People and most reviewers I met in person, and they, like, just ask them, this is me in real life, and this is me without alcohol. So imagine me with alcohol. So I just talk to my people the way it is, on my channel. I just like to keep it that way. It's more like a homie channel in a way, just like I with my subscribers, what I consider my friends, mostly because I know most of them at this very point. So I'd like to make my channel bigger. I'm that ambitious, to be honest. I like to work on myself more. I like to work on myself more. I don't want to be that lazy, because I am lazy. Sometimes it's between me shooting a video or me watching Stargate, and sometimes I prefer Stargate over making videos. So I need to make more videos, as a matter of fact,
Yeah,
and I take more time editing those videos.
so rather than just push it out, put more time into it and stuff. Yeah, it's I get that. You seem, I must say, you seem very approachable. I've seen you I've seen the stuff at like Scent Explore where you did a video with Fragmental, and I've seen the video you've done with Carlos, the Nearshore designer.
I was hammered at a time. Me and Fragmental, and I remember me and Fragmental and Alan from Beverly Hills Perfumery.
Yeah.
Everybody else left. Everybody, all the reviewers, all the, you know, everybody like dressing up nice and this and that, and everybody looking pretty and beautiful. Everybody left. Only me, Fragmental, Alan closed the bar. We're in New York, for God's sake. We literally closed the bar.
Fantastic. You both did see a little, you seemed in Fragmental's video, you both did seem a little bit
I only had at a time probably maybe like 7, 8 drinks, not that much at a time. Afterwards, if we did videos, after like 2 hours later, trust me, it would have been a different story. So what I really liked, and that true story about Scent Explore, I was like the doorman for the Scent Explore when it comes to the bar downstairs. If people were at Fragmental at Scent Explore, they would know that. So at Scent Explore, you buy the ticket and they give you 2 vouchers for 2 drinks. Okay, 2 little tickets for 2 free drinks, included at the bar downstairs. Okay, so Fragmental was hungry. I ate before I come, so I was good. Fragmental was like, dude, I am hungry. I need to eat anything. So I went to with Fragmental to eat, for him to eat. So he was eating. I got myself a drink because I am an alcoholic. Anyway, so so he was eating. We were by the door. So all those people, like hundreds of people, fans, they were actually leaving because they were like driving. They live far and they didn't really use their vouchers. So I was by the door. I was like, "Thank you, man." Everybody was like giving me tickets, and I end up having like maybe 30 tickets or so because I was by the door. I was like, I like it being here. So I stayed by the door, got all that, everybody that wants to leave the bar, hey, where's your ticket? Give me your tickets. So I got all the tickets. No, true story. Everybody was like giving me those tickets. So reviewers by themselves were hanging out afterwards. That table at first was me and Fragmental only, right? That booth. Then Steven, Carlos, everybody. That table, became like 2 tables, was at least like maybe 20, 30 reviewers like hanging out, eating there. Everybody was hungry. I was like, hey guys, I got tickets. Who wants drinks? So I remember, true story. You know Anthony, what's his name? Andrea's boyfriend.
Yes.
You know Andrea,
Andrea
Scent's boyfriend.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, well, if you need, if anybody wants a drink, well, I only have 2 hands, so I need some help. Okay. So Anthony came with me. So he was like carrying some drinks with me, blah, 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 this and that. I was just giving whoever wants drinks like that. And me and Fragmental, we didn't want to leave this premises until we finish all those tickets, all those drinks. And that was so much fun. True story.
Excellent. Are you looking forward to being able to do that again? It seems like you really enjoyed it.
It was so much fun, dude. It was so much fun.
if I was ever at one, I'm definitely seeking you out for your tickets. We'll have some
Oh
fun.
no,
Definitely.
absolutely. No, if you come to New York, you need to hang out with Carlos. Carlos, he's the best. You know Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover?
Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, yeah.
He's the best to hang out with. Him and Steven. You go to his house, you buy tequila, then you drink that tequila online, and then you get hammered and you don't know how to get back home. That's how it is with Carlos.
Excellent. Well, that's been lovely. They're all my questions done. I've got a couple of would you rather questions. So quick fire, would you rather? Okay. So and why I'm doing that, I'm going to ask the people in the chat. We've got about 10 minutes or so left. If I could ask anyone in the chat, if you've got any questions for Ihab, I'll ask those questions. So if you've got any questions, put those in there now. And in the meantime, I'll do these would you rather questions. So quick fire, summer or winter?
Oh, summer.
Okay. Itchy or sticky?
Oh, that's a good question. Do I have to like choose one?
Yeah. Gun to your head, you have to choose one. Yeah.
Itchy or sticky? I would say probably sticky. I hate both of them, but yeah, I think sticky is better than itchy.
Pizza or pasta?
Oh. Again, do I have to choose one?
Yeah.
I would say probably. Oh my God, that's so hard. Pasta.
Pasta. Okay. Designer or niche?
Niche.
Niche. Okay. Chocolate or candy?
Chocolate.
Chanel or Dior?
Oh. Chanel. Chanel is a better name.
Okay.
And I said again, I'm superficial. Anyway.
Cookies or chips?
Cookies.
Gourmand or fougere?
Gourmand. I don't like fougere, so gourmand.
Perfect. Cats or dogs?
I have both, and I love them both. It's so it's probably dogs, just because dogs give you more attention to dogs.
Yeah.
But I love them both. I have them both.
Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Oh, being invisible would be fun.
I knew you'd pick that. You said you were nosy earlier. I knew you'd pick that one. Would you prefer?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
YouTube or Instagram?
I'm more into Instagram now more than YouTube, to be honest. But I love YouTube as well.
Excellent. Well, those are out the way. You'll be pleased to hear. So I've got some questions from the chat. I've got a couple in there already. So John Snow, Scented Snowdrops, big over on Instagram. His question is, and it's tongue in cheek, he says, he said he's a big fan of your channel.
Thank you.
Well, one of your videos, do you honestly really think that Baccarat Vanille, the FD Golf, smells like Rolling in Love?
I do. When they dry down, both of them, I didn't. That video actually wasn't planned at all, right?
Okay.
One time I had Baccarat Vanille on, right? My very first video on that channel. I said this is probably feminine more than masculine, okay? But when I had it on just to actually see it, one time I totally forgot that I had that fragrance on, but all I was smelling was Rolling in Love. I was like, who has Rolling in Love on? Who has Rolling in Love on? Then when I started smelling myself, it smelled like Rolling in Love to me. But when I compare them side by side, there's some differences, of course. But when these two fragrances dry down on the back of my hand, they smell very much alike. So yeah, they smell.
There you go, John. There's your answer.
Baccarat smells a lot like,
Rolling in Love. I think I'd like that. I've not tried that one. Russell has put, my question is, how did Ihab find adapting living in USA from Morocco? How did you find that adaptation of living in America, living in USA?
Oh, that's a good question. You know
What?
what? For me, I'm a chameleon. If I live in Mars, I'll get adapted easily. I get adapted anywhere I go to. I have no problem. But honestly, I came here to the U.S. fairly young, so before coming to the U.S., I didn't do much in my life. Honestly, I was a kid. So when I came here, most of my no, all my adult life, as a matter of fact, was in here. So I kind of associate my life here, and
Mhm.
when I go back to Casablanca, where am I from? Actually, I get lost. So I don't know nothing about there no more, honestly.
And what age were you when you moved over?
16.
16, okay. So you still remember lots about it. It's just obviously quite a young part of your life. Excellent. Thanks, Russell, for that, and thanks, John. Right, we've got Donny from Just Add Light, big supporter in fragrance community. We love Donny. He's put, his question is, would you ever consider shaving your head?
Um, a lot of people ask me that question, and there's a story about my hair. The way it started, that I didn't really want to grow my hair and just make this fro, whatever the case may be at all. But when I was a kid in Morocco back in the day, my uncle used to take me to the barber shop, right? To just kind
Okay.
of like cut my hair. And as you can see my hair is not the softest hair ever. So when the barber shop cuts your hair, it leaves a little residue on your neck and your t-shirt or whatever you're wearing. So from walking from the barber shop back to the house to take a shower, you know that itchiness you get from like
Yep.
having like this freshly cut hair, and it was itchy, and I hated that feeling. So I used to hate going to the barber shop. A lot of people
Okay.
love going to the barber shop. I
Yep, I do.
personally hate it.
Yep.
I personally hate it, and it's just every time I kind of put off going to the barber shop. So I used to go to the barber shop like once a year, once every 2 years, and my hair like grew like this, and people recognized me the way it was, and people complimented me sometimes, not all the time, uh, of my hair, and it got me attention. And as long as you give me attention, I love you. So that's why I'm keeping my hair for now.
Excellent.
True story. It wasn't intentional. It just came out organically the way I told you.
Excellent. And he's also put, I'm not sure, quite sure the full things, but he's put worst reaction ever to a fragrance. Not sure if he means like
Okay,
worst.
yeah. And I understood this question. The
Okay.
worst reaction for me when I smelled a fragrance, that was like at the beginning of my fragrance journey. Um, it was a fragrance from the House of Boys 1920. That's the name of that Boys
Okay. Yeah.
1920, I
Be,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah, not Boys 1920. That somebody I bought a little decant because I was just trying to like, yeah, discover new niche fragrances at a time. I was so into it. So I got myself a little decant just to try Sandalu Ite, which is like sandalwood and I believe tea or something in Italian. So that fragrance was fresh, very fresh, but with kind of like an armpity type of a
Oh,
smell in the background.
right.
So
Okay.
uh, at a time, my wife got that. I'm talking years back, 7, 8 years ago. We had some friends, her family visited from out of town, so we had to take him out to lunch. So I had that fragrance on just to try it out for the first time. Okay, and I was just sitting next to one of her family friends, and that person, I believe, she was like this, and he thought that I smell because it was kind of like armpity in a way. It smells like sweat covered with some citruses, especially when it's right
Lovely.
down. I didn't feel comfortable at all having this fragrance on, and that's the worst question, whatever that
Excellent.
question
We've
was.
got
That's
just got a couple more. Great answers to that. We've got Scott has asked, what would you say your favourite fragrance house is?
Oh, I have plenty, but I would say probably I really like Maison Francis Kurkdjian. It's simple
Yeah,
but effective. I like how
excellent.
simple and effective and straight to the point is. It's a
Yeah,
good brand.
excellent. And Lizzie has asked, what is your favourite fragrance that's marketed for women, if any?
Oh, I do have half of my collection, as a matter of fact. Um, I love recently, let's just say recently, because that's like kind of like a recent acquisition of mine. I got it like a few months back, which is Rolling in Love. I remember when I first smelled it, when it first came out, I went to the mall and I smelled it there. And I just had a little spray on my back of my hand. And I was like, this is totally feminine, but I love it. I don't give a shit. I wanted it.
Yeah.
So years later, I got myself a bottle last year, and I know it's pretty feminine, but I love it. It's probably now Rolling in Love by
Yeah,
Killian.
I love it as well. I really do. Lovely fragrance, really is. I think Mula Mula's the same thing. I think
Mm-hmm.
that leans slightly feminine as well, but I just love it. I just love
Feminine.
the smell of it. Yeah, I love it. Would you rather? Well, last question in there. So, would you rather spend the evening with Jezza carving? This is very random, John. Would you rather spend the evening with Jezza carving chess pieces, or gutting fish with Demi?
Say it again. Spend the evening with whom again?
Jeremy Fragrance.
Jeremy Fragrance. I already like like kind of like hang out with Jeremy Fragrance a few times, so I did that already. Anyway,
Excellent. So the question was carving chess pieces. You know the game chess. So carving chess pieces, or with Demi,
who
you'll be gutting fish with
I don't know.
Demi.
Uh, I don't know who that middle person is. I'm sorry. So I have no idea who's that.
We'll
Uh,
leave it that you're going to pick Jeremy. I think there. Thanks, John.
okay. Or yeah.
But no,
I know.
thank you.
I'd like to hang out with Demi though. I'd like to hang out with Demi. I've seen her at Santa Explore. We didn't really talk much, but I like to get to know her as well. So I would choose probably Demi for now because I already know Jeremy.
Excellent.
The
Have
middle
you
person I don't know. So I
have you got any questions at all? Because we don't really know each other a massive amount. Have you got any questions? I've asked lots of questions tonight. So have you got any?
I thought you're the one who's gonna be asking questions. So I don't know. You put me on the spot now. So what is your favorite fragrance right now, or your favorite recent fragrances right now? What are you really enjoying at the moment?
I love the Chronic by Byron Parfums. That is one of my favourites.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying that. I really like Zaharoff Pour the original one. Very spicy. Really like
Mm-hmm.
that. I love Plum Japonais. Is another one that I'm really
Mm-hmm.
enjoying as well. And I would say, Dior Homme Intense. I know it's a more designer than niche, but I love Dior Homme Intense as well. Just one of my favourite of all time fragrances.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's
Absolutely
beautiful.
love it. So
Yeah,
they're my
absolutely.
favourites.
So
Excellent.
so you said your center today is Mula Mula, right?
Correct. Yes. Yep.
You see, I
Love.
remember.
Lovely. So no, Ehab, it's been wonderful getting to know you.
Thank you.
Hopefully
It was
one day
fun.
we'll hopefully one day we'll be able to meet in person at one of these events, and
Absolutely.
we'll say hi and maybe share a drink
Maybe
or two.
a songs. Maybe if the Corona
Yep,
pandemic goes away, I think maybe a songs is coming up soon. Hopefully, so maybe we'll get to meet there.
perfect. But no, thank you. I'm going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. So I really appreciate you spending the time with me. It's really lovely of you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. That was a
Excellent.
pleasure. Thank you,
Thanks to everyone.
Tony.
If you stay there for a moment, thanks for everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you joining us on this Sunday evening in here in the UK. Thank you for popping in, and thanks for your questions, and thanks for keeping the chat alive. It's been a great chat. Appreciate it. I will catch you all again next week. Hopefully I'll have another mystery guest for you. Until then, thank you very much, and I will see you all soon. Thank you very much. We'll take